So glad you're sticking around for all these Devos because it's really developing, hopefully, in you a sense of how truly blessed you are. Hopefully, you're getting more and more grateful for God's upgrade in your life. And today, I want to talk about the next thing that Paul says as he describes how God has blessed us with every spiritual blessing in the heavenly places. He says that we've also obtained an inheritance in Christ. Now, this is a cool concept, this idea of receiving something by right of birth, not by right of work, but the right of being in the family. And we saw that earlier that God already blessed us by including us, adopting us into his family, and that now sets up this next blessing, which is our inheritance in Christ. When we have this mindset that God has hooked us up with every good thing, an inheritance that's so vast that eternity is not long enough to experience it all, to receive it all, we will continue to be reaping the benefit of this inheritance for all eternity to come. It should create something in our hearts called contentment. And so often we're living our lives with this sense that I'm missing something instead of a sense that I have already received everything that I need, not just for this life, but for all eternity. And so Paul said in 1 Timothy 6:6, he said to young Timothy, he said, contentment with godliness is great gain. Godliness with contentment is great gain. See, when you have contentment, everything else is a bonus. When you lack contentment, nothing else will satisfy. Say that again. When you have contentment, everything else in life is a bonus. Good health is a bonus. Good friends are a bonus. Good food is a bonus. All these things that we enjoy in life, they're all bonuses because we're content with what God has given us in Christ, that eternal inheritance. And so everything that's happening in my life, I'm so grateful for because it's all bonus. It's all extra. I'm content with that inheritance. If I lack that contentment, then no amount of success, no amount of pleasure, no amount of material possessions will ever satisfy what only God can satisfy in my soul. And so I want to think about how profoundly blessed we are when we can look at God's inheritance and say, I'm content with what God has given me in Christ. And here's the idea. When we are content in God's inheritance, we're not looking for contentment in our affluence. So the goal is to be content in our inheritance, not in our affluence. And then it changes how we view the things that God has given us. If I don't need affluence to be content, to be happy with my life, I can start asking then, why has God given us so much? There must be another purpose, another reason, because I don't need it in my life to have fulfillment, satisfaction, and happiness. So you are blessed not because of what you have here on this earth. You are blessed because what God has given you for eternity. Be content in your inheritance, not your affluence.